Welcome to my presentation. I am Arafat Saleheen, Master's Degree Program student on Textile Value Chain Management from at University of Borås. I have been working on the topic of traceability for circularity in textiles with a collaboration with Fashion Tech Alliance. My hosting company was WLY and my university supervisor was Vijay Kumar from University of Borås. Let's go through the introduction first. As we know, the fashion industry are moving towards sustainable circular business model, where the recycling business model receives a minimal attention. To illustrate, the global second-hand fashion business was valued around 33 billion US dollars in 2020, whereas the recycling business was valued only 5 billion US dollars in that year. The problem identification for this study was large-scale textile sorting and recycling facilities requires consistent feedstock of material, which is currently hampered due to lack of traceability and information asymmetry. So the objective of this study is to understand how fashion brands can improve their existing state of traceability that can facilitate sorting and recycling of textiles, and this study has been employed in a qualitative exploratory research design. So literature review has been conducted on journal articles and institutional reports, and semi-structured interview has been conducted between fashion brands and sorters and recyclers, and after that thematic analysis has been done. Here is my residency timeline, and then so the information gained from the literature and interviews finally thematically analyzed, and at the same time themes and course clusters were formed and identified commonly recognized patterns to answer the research question meaningfully. Residency activities throughout our residency project, there has been a quite several seminars and meetings which was quite insightful and informative, and we have been discussing different perspectives on the related topic, which surely broadens the scope of this. Let's go through the project description. The insights found in this study is not only beneficial to the sorting and recycling industry for their efficient operation, but also it is beneficial to the fashion brands who are trying to improve their traceability and transparency between their value chain actors, and it is also beneficial to the fashion brands who are trying to achieve sustainable development goals and who are following the recommendation highlighted by United Nations Economic Commission of Europe. The study found that there is a need to share recycling relevant information between the actors. So if we look at the sorting and recycling route of end of use product, we can see pure recycling, the material goes through the sorting process, which is supported by information and which makes the evaluation more accurate in the judgment of reuse and remake. So for the sorters, the information like the quality, brand, fiber content, origin and washing history is mostly important. But for the recyclers, fiber content is most important, and then the processes on which the material goes through. Now the question arises, who will share what information and what information is required on which stages. Therefore, there is a need of traceability tags which can be equipped with information like during the production stages. It can be equipped with information like production processes, its quality review, its performance in the production line, and so on. Designers can also input the information regarding how to handle this product upon disposal or recycling or reusing recommendations. Consumer can also access that information. Now, of course, it can be the information to the consumer can be limited. And then finally, the charity organizations, collectors, and sorters can also access this information. But some brands are already using this traceability tags, but it is not equipped. But the tags are not with the garments on the sorting and recycling stages. Therefore, there is a requirement with the specific properties for the tags, like it should be mechanically robust, it should withstand with temperature, withstand with washing, and should be writable, readable, and removable, and so on. This information can be shared in a database with designated software, so the information is transparent between the stakeholders and actors. And finally, they need to improve their own supply chain mapping to improve their traceability and transparency in their value chain. So this was all about my presentation. These are the references that I have used for my report and for the presentation. Thank you all for listening.